Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys checking the video out today. It's always very grateful for that. And got a little bit of a different video for y'all today. We're going to be talking about some of the viewers I have that have been sending me messages over the last 6 months wanting to fight me, and even some other YouTubers out there. Because apparently, when I do opinion videos on something, it apparently offends them so much that they want to try to harm me with some type of physical violence by challenging me in a fight. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. We're going to talk about the mentality about that and the overall stupidity behind it. And I'm going to give you guys my opinion on it because I do know a little bit about fighting. I fought competitively for 4 years. I still train every week in jiu-jitsu. I've been on a ton of fights. I understand what fighting is. So I feel like I'm pretty versed to talk about this subject here, because I can tell you something right now. Most people that think they want to fight, or they want to challenge you to a fight, and out of no reason at all, or it has nothing to do with self-defense, they don't know anything about fighting, or they're stupid. It's one of the two. There's no in between about that. So we're going to get into that scenario here. So anyway, usually how it goes down is like this. I'll do some video. It usually has something to do with environmental issues or whatever. But inevitably, I get guys that make smart ass comments on this channel. When you have 100,000 YouTube subscribers, you've got all range of people out there as far as mental stability issues. So you got some people out there that if I am doing a video that nobody's twisting their arm to have to watch it, they get so offended by it that they challenge me to a fight. Because what happens, they will send me a smart ass comment, and depending upon the mood I'm in, and if it hits me wrong, I may comment back to them about it and challenge them on it, and they don't feel they should be challenged, and then they get even madder, and inevitably it comes up with saying they want to fight me. And I've had this happen about a half a dozen times over the past 6 months. But I had some dude yesterday send me a message. He made some smart ass comment about one of the videos I did, and I sent him a message back, and we went back and forth a couple times, and then he's basically said he's going to wants to show up at one of my tournaments coming up and fight me. So I want to talk a little bit about the insanity behind that, because here's the deal about fighting. I want to run through this scenario. Let's talk about this scenario if this would unfold. Say this dude shows up at one of my tournaments, and for whatever reason his ego's been offended or whatever, and he wants to fight me. So we get there, and obviously the first thing I do, since I do know a lot about fighting, is I'm going to try everything that I possibly can to avoid a fight. But if it gets to the point where the dude actually attacks me, here is the possible scenarios that can go down, none of which are good. Okay, number one, let's say he gets lucky and he nails me with some punch, and I fall down and I hit my head on the side of the sidewalk and it kills me. Police are going to show up. He's going to be arrested. He's going to be convicted for manslaughter. He's going to spend the rest of his life in prison and never see his family again, simply because his ego was out of control. That's one possible scenario. Another possible scenario, say we get rolling, we get fighting, and I get him in a chokehold, and I'm trying to put him asleep, and something goes wrong and the guy dies. Then I'm going to be charged with manslaughter. Let's say that I get him in an arm bar and I break his arm. Then he may sue me for everything that I got. Nothing's going to go bad. Let's say that I get fighting with this guy. He's losing, and he pulls out a knife out of nowhere, stabs me in the neck, and I die. Let's say that I'm fighting with this guy and I cut him and he gets blood, and he's got AIDS and I'll get AIDS. There's a ton of scenarios that can go down. Let's say the guy winds up hurting me real bad, and then I have one of my subscribers that really feels protective of me, and the guy, 2 months from now, one of my subscribers that may not quite be all there puts a lead pipe to the back of his head, in revenge or something like that. The point of the matter is, guys, nothing in the world is worth getting into a fight. There's nothing out there that justifies that. And people that do that need to do a reality check behind that, because fighting is like a lot of different things in life. The idea of how it goes down is really a lot more attractive than the reality of it. So I would just encourage people out there, if there's any people out there that are to this point, to reevaluate and put their ego in check a little bit, because that's something they do not want to do. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. It doesn't matter how it turns out. Nothing is ever good about it. Nothing is ever solved by it. So a lot of that has to do with, their parents didn't raise them to play well with others. And, this is the inevitable result about that. But anyway, just wanted to pass that along with you guys, let you know those type of dudes are out there. There's a lot of dudes out there that are more passive about it. I'll do some type of video. They'll get mad at the video and they'll unsubscribe from the channel, which is their right. But when it comes to people like this that actually go to this extent, not only is that, a violation of the law, but it's just plain stupidity. So just wanted to keep you guys aware of what's going on out there. We'll talk later. See you.